Fossil was released on October 10th, 1999 and is the third expansion in the Pokemon trading card game. Coming 4 months after the release of Jungle, Fossil was a fresh coat of paint on a stagnating format, introducing new trainer cards like Mr. Fuji and Energy Search, while also giving the player base new powerful Pokemon like Prehistoric Power Aerodactyl for locking both players out of evolutions, Wildfire Moltres for the first mill strategy seen in the Pokemon TCG, Toxic Gas Muck for turning off both players' Pokemon powers, and new basic Pokemon to help Rain Dance Blastoise reach its full potential, Articuno and Lapras. Additionally, 4 new Black Star promo cards were released alongside the theatrical release of Pokemon the First Movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, with the movie's namesake being the most powerful promo, easily one of the heaviest hitting basic Pokemon to be introduced so far. In this series, both Celio's Network and myself will be deciphering the past of the Pokemon TCG. Every episode will take a deep dive into the game's past formats, the great, the absolute terrible, and everything in between. Prepare yourself because this is going to be a wild ride. Welcome to the history of the Pokemon trading card game. How's it going, everybody? Chaotic Meatball here, and welcome back to episode 4 of the History of Pokemon Trading Card Game. Today we've got, 10 decks on the wheel. This is based through Fossil format. Fossil released a couple of cards that were pretty meta impactful, but a lot of the best decks were more solved versions of decks that we've seen on the wheel before. So there's way too much to talk about. Let's just jump right into it. Now, I won last episode, so I get 3 spins. The first spin, Moltres Mill. So if you guys have watched the little bit of I did a bit of a Pokemon trading card game progression series on my own channel, and R9 Beats has destroyed me with Moltres Mill before, and I think I'm gonna play it to get my revenge against somebody completely different.
Spinning the wheel to get my deck for this week. I really want to play one of the Psychic decks, Alakazam or Gengar, but I wouldn't mind playing a Stall or Mill deck. I haven't used my respin at all, I don't think, in this series, so maybe this week I'll use the respin, but let's spin to see. Oh, I just played Rain Dance. I just played Rain Dance last week. Okay, we're respinning. All right, let's get a better one. Yeah! Okay, Gengar, let's go. Okay, so this week for base Fossil, we'll be playing Gengar. I'm hype on that.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be today's deck profile for Pokemon TCG history, and this is probably one of the most cool stall decks I've ever played in any card game. So, starting off are our Pokemon, of course. Chansey, we've already seen this multiple times before, the biggest basic in the format, 120 HP, double colorless scrunch, flip a coin of heads to prevent all damage done, and 4 colorless energy, double edge, Chansey does 80 to itself. We've got 3 Magmar, the first time we'll be seeing him in action. Basic Pokemon that does Fire Punch for double fire for 30, and Flamethrower for 50 with double fire and a colorless, but it has to discard an energy. That's kind of a problem with fire Pokemon early on in the trading card game, that Pokemon usually end up burning their energy. I'm guessing it was just like a gimmick, but I really don't like this game design. Moltres, though, I do like the reason that this dumps energy off, because you can discard as many number of energy cards that are fire attached to Moltres when you use Wildfire, and if you do, discard that many cards from the top of your opponent's deck. So Wildfire can be used for 1, but if you can stack energy after energy after energy and your opponent's not finding energy removals or anything crazy to be able to take care of it, you can easily stall them out and dump their deck very quickly with this card, and I'm looking forward to being able to do that. One Scyther, just a nice grass type attacker that can hit weakness for some Pokemon like Gyarados and a few other fringe things that you may see popping up, and 3 energy for 30 damage. Lickitung is our primary stall tool, 90 HP on this basic. Tongue Wrap is 1 energy, flip a coin. If heads, it's paralyzed for 10 damage, and then double colorless is supersonic. Flip a coin, if heads, the defending Pokemon is now confused. Confusion is actually an interesting status affliction in this game because it can help you prevent retreating. Once per turn, they have to flip a coin to be able to retreat, and they have to discard their energy in order to attempt that retreat. So if they fail, they can easily easily just lose their energy and not be able to go out. And they'll be able to hit themselves if they have to flip a coin when they attack. If they land heads, the attack goes through as normal. If they land tails, they will have to put 2 damage counters on their Pokemon. And for the last Pokemon we're running in this deck, this is Invisible Wall Mr. Mime. Card is broken. It's really stupid. It only has 40 HP, but it has an ability. Whenever an attack does 30 or more damage to Mr. Mime, prevent it. Yep, just, prevent damage. Mr. Mime can never be one-shot unless it's asleep, confused, or paralyzed, which is pretty rare to do outside of battle, so you're still not going to one-shot it. As for our trainer suite, we're playing the same crap that we've been playing the whole time. Computer search, item finder, scoop up, super energy removal, regular energy removal, energy retrieval, Professor Oak, and Gust of Wind. A couple of fringe things that we're playing. Of course, Defender, we've seen this before. Pokemon Center, I think we've seen once, but not very much the focus of the deck. This removes all damage counters from every Pokemon on the board, but at the cost of discarding all energy attached to them. Of course, this is a stall deck. I don't expect to really be putting energy on anything besides Moltres or maybe one on a Lickitung here or there. And then Imposter Professor Oak. This is actually a pretty cool card for when your opponent decides to overcommit and have very little cards in hand and start working off the top, because you can shuffle their hand back into their deck and they draw 7. So for instance, if they have like 4 cards in hand, they'll draw an extra 3, which might seem counterintuitive because you're giving them extra card advantage, but it actually helps find the deck out faster, and that's exactly what this deck is trying to do. And then lastly, a new trainer from Fossil here, Mr. Fuji. Choose a Pokemon on your bench, shuffle it, and any cards attached to it into your deck. This helps prevent deck out yourself. If your opponent starts being able to get you to mill or uses a last to get ahead in deck, Mr. Fuji can help maybe hit like a Moltres with several energy on it, shuffle all of that back into the deck, put you at a higher deck count again, and give you that win. And last but not least, we're playing a massive 15 fire energy. 1/4 of this deck is fire, and it makes sense. We're going to be milling, and I hope to God we're able to hit those mills off on Luke today. Let's see how it goes.
So this week for base through Fossil, I've been given the Gengar deck. So decks are still using the same skeleton of trainers at this point. We have base, jungle, and Fossil now, and as more sets are released, naturally we'll have a larger card pool, and decks can start choosing to include different things based on what that deck needs. That being said, this deck will still be using a lot of the same trainers that you've seen in the previous weeks. Plus Power, Professor Oak, Bill, Energy Removal, Super Energy Removal, Gust of Wind, Computer Search, Item Finder, Lass. These are used across all sorts of different archetypes because these trainers just outclass every other trainer you could choose to play in their place. I do think this deck is interesting, basing it around the stage 2 Gengar, and then also the Mr. Mime MU2. So let's get into this. I'm really hyped to be playing Gengar this week. Gengar has 80 HP, it's Psychic type, resists fighting, which is great. That means we're resisting Hitmonchan. It is weak to nothing, great, and a retreat cost of only 1. All great attributes. The Pokemon Power Curse. Once during your turn, you may move a damage counter from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another Pokemon, even if it will knock out that other Pokemon. It only can't be used if Gengar is asleep, confused, or paralyzed, and it can be used while Gengar is on the bench or in the active position. So if you set up multiple Gengar, you can move multiple damage counters per turn. Then you have the attack Dark Mind. It does 30 for 3 energy, and you can choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon and do 10 damage to it. So you can move a damage and then place a new damage counter with the attack, and essentially you can set up some pretty cool turns where you might knock out multiple Pokemon in one turn, and even knock out a Pokemon in the middle of your turn with the Pokemon Power Curse. We are running a 4-4-3 line of the Gengars. So we have 4 Ghastly, 3 of them being the Ghastly with Lick, since Lick can paralyze and that's a useful attack. And then also using 1 with Sleeping Gas and Destiny Bond. Destiny Bond's really cool. Discard 1 Psychic Energy attached to Ghastly, and if a Pokemon knocks out Ghastly next turn, you knock out that Pokemon. So that's a really cool one. And then we have 1 of this Haunter with Hypnosis and Dream Eater. and then one Haunter with the transparency. I'm sorry, three Haunters with the transparency Pokemon power. Whenever an attack does anything to Haunter, flip a coin. If heads, prevent all effects of that attack, including damage. Gengar is going to be the main Pokemon, but we have some cool basic and stage 1 Pokemon leading up to the Gengar. We have one of the Ditto with Pokemon Power Transform. If Ditto is your active, treat it as if it were the same card as the defending Pokemon, including the type, the hit points or HP, weakness, and so on. Except Ditto cannot evolve, and it always has the Pokemon Power Transform. You may treat any energy attached to Ditto as any energy of any type. So if you're playing against a deck that uses grass type energy, let's say you're playing against Scyther, you can use your psychic energy to count as grass energy for Scyther's attack if you have Ditto in the active and your opponent has Scyther in the active, just as an example. For our other Pokemon in the deck, we have Mr. Mime, has the Pokemon Power Invisible Wall. Whenever an attack does 30 or more damage to Mr. Mime, prevent that damage. This power can't be used if Mr. Mime is asleep, confused, or paralyzed. So basically, Mr. Mime has 40 health. It's very, very frail. But if an attack were to try to do 30 or more damage to it, that attack just does not do damage. But any other effects still happen. And then Mr. Mime does Meditate for Psychic and Colorless, 10 damage plus 10 more for each damage already on the defending Pokemon. So you can see how that would work great with Gengar's Curse, because Gengar can move a counter to the defending so that Mr. Mime then does more damage. We also have two of the promo Mewtwo with Energy Absorption, which chooses 2 energy cards from the discard pile and attaches them to Mewtwo, so you can get this powered up real quick, and then Cyburn for 40. So you can attach Return to Mewtwo and maybe computer search away 2 psychic energies to get something else, and then use Energy Absorption. And then next turn, your Mewtwo is ready to attack and do 40 damage while you're already attaching to something else on the bench. So Mewtwo can be really nice for tempo and getting more energy onto your board than your opponent, and making up for energy removals, or even using those Energy Absorption energies to then activate your own super energy removals. We're playing 13 Psychic Energy, and I kind of already went on over the trainers, because if you've been watching the past few weeks of our history of Pokemon coverage, you saw all of these trainers already, and they're all pretty big parts of the format. So I'm excited to play against Meatball today. Let's see what he's bringing to the table. I want to get a win with Gengar.
All right, everybody, technical difficulties, but we came in right here on the beginning of turn 1. Luke is going first, and he's already told me that he's playing Gengar, which I'm scared of, and I'm happy that ghost types don't have a normal type immunity in the trading card game.
Yeah, so we're just going to attach pass here, and Sean's over there with Lickitung Stall, probably. I would have to assume.
I also have energy removal stall, like I always do, but we're gonna hit you with the tongue wrap, baby.
Okay, tongue wrap, but it doesn't wrap me good enough because it's a tails and no paralysis. Energy removal and discard an energy.
Understandable. That's the fight at the beginning. Get those energies and hit them hard.
We're just going to pass. We're just going to feel this out.
All right. I am going to attach another energy here. We're just going to hit you with the tongue wrap again, and that is another Tails. This is the misadventures of Chaotic Meatball flipping Tails, because both sides of the coin are Tails.
Yeah, the tongue is just not on its best work today. We're going to have to drop a comp search here.
Ooh, all right. So what 2 cards are you pitching here?
Going to pitch plus power and last. I'm just going to get an energy and attach to Ghastly.
All right.
And pass.
Sounds like a plan here. I can go for another energy here, and just tongue wrap. See if I get 3 tails in a row. 3 tails in a row. Bill. Go ahead and Bill. Get another Ghastly down. I think these have 50 HP, which is pretty high for a decently small basic Pokemon for the time.
Yeah, that is high for Ghastly, and they also have free retreat, which I enjoy. We'll go ahead and attach another energy to a Ghastly and pass.
The resources are stacking up here, and they're a little bit, lopsided.
It's actually good for you that Lickitung doesn't do too much damage because of Mr. Mime's invisible wall. you wouldn't be getting through.
Very true, yeah, because you can't do more than 20 damage in a turn, therefore it cannot physically be like one hit KO'd, which is one of the most broken abilities that I think we've seen in the card game, and it's a reason why we've never seen anything like it in the modern times, for sure.
This resource management is quite difficult. Like, I don't have many things I can do, but it's a matter of when do I want to do these things.
Right. So Ghastly's not too much of a threat on its own, thankfully.
We're going to energy removal.
Makes sense.
And I think we're going to lick. And I got the paralysis on my first try. This is easy.
You know, this
whole coin
flipping
good. Thing's easy, Sean.
I am going to energy retrieval here. I'm going to pitch an oak to grab back double fire. We're going to drop down the Chansey here. And then we're going to actually activate Scoop Up, get this off. Put Lickitung back down in the active, attach to Lickitung, and then use another Scoop Up to get Chansey down to put it back in the active. Busted.
Yeah, so Lickitung's back in the active now after all that.
Now I can tongue wrap you and get a fifth tails in a row. Actually, let's see. No, I got heads on the fourth attack to Mr. Mime
but
when
it knocked me
out.
out, so it didn't matter.
The simulator is biased. Let's just put it at that.
Okay. I'm going to comp search.
Ooh, a second comp search this early in the game. That's...
Yeah, I'm going to comp search away energy retrieval and energy.
Ooh, okay. That's interesting.
And we're going to get Haunter. What's interesting about this, I'm evolving this Ghastly into Haunter, but they both have 50 HP.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Now, I'm going to hit you with a weird card. I'm going to go ahead and use Imposter Professor Oak. Now, this shuffles your hand into your deck and makes you draw 7. Now, that may be weird because it's like, oh, why would I want to give you 5 extra cards? Again, the resource management in this game means that you are going to deck out faster than me if I do this. Now, I'm going to activate Scoop Up again. I'm going to get Lickitung out of here. I'm going to drop down this Lickitung again, and we're going to attach an energy to Chansey so that I can Oak for myself here. Ooh, and would you look at that? That's a Mr. Mime, if I've ever seen one, and a super energy removal. We're going to take both of those Psychics off, and I think we are going to pass on that. Just have to stall for 29 more turns.
Okay, what I'll do here is, we'll draw some cards.
All right. I see you're... taking the aggressive strategy. You're already pretty far down.
I'm playing with fire.
Yeah, you're already pretty
fire here.
You are pretty far down. You were already 5 cards down at that point in deck, so it just makes sense. You're not gonna really recover from that. Because I'm always going to have the advantage of, am I going to activate my search card, my draw cards, and keep myself above you? And sure, but maintenance can only do so much. Like you would, I know last episode you had maintenance and it kind of cost me. But
okay, so I item finder for comp search, and then I'm comp searching.
Okay,
I'm going to get
comp
Promo
search.
Mewtwo.
Promo Mewtwo. Now this is an interesting card. This came out.
And turn.
Did you?
Son of a gun! I meant to hit retreat. Go ahead. Your turn.
So Mewtwo's interesting though. This came out very shortly before Fossil. For 1 energy, you can attach 2 energy cards from your discard to Mewtwo, which powers up Cyburn. That is the first instance of non-attachment from hand that I think we see in the game. Sure, we had like Blastoise being able to bypass that limit, but this is the first time it attaches not from hand. I think we're going to show our actual main Pokemon of the deck, and that is Moltres.
Oh, Moltres is here.
And we are going to attach to Moltres, and we are just going to pass. Like,
okay.
It's time. Like, it's time to mill, baby.
Okay, so it is not just Lickitung, it is Moltres as well. This time, I will use the retreat button and not the end turn button.
The retreat button's pretty based, from what I've heard.
A skillful decision here. We're going to evolve to Gengar.
And Gengar is very interesting because it moves moves damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another. So essentially, anything that I have on my board, you can just like throw out. Now, energy absorption coming down here, being able to attach those 2 energy is pretty broken, all things considered. It's not too broken though when I have a nice fire energy for Moltres. I mean, that's about it. But now we have to give it a good old think. I think we're actually going to Gust of Wind your Gengar into the active and then super energy removal so that you have to waste your energy attachment on Gengar to retreat it and then force this energy absorption again. So we are just going to pass again.
All right.
Computer search for a 4th time.
Yeah, we're going to comp search and retreat into Mew.
Just like I drew it up, baby.
And energy absorption.
All right. Now, I'm very sad to say that I have an item finder, and I'm going to pitch both cards in my hand to add back super energy removal. I'm going to activate it, and I'm going to pitch those. You are not getting Cyburn ever.
I'm going to get it eventually.
You are going to get it, but the more turns I put you off, the less time you have to get to it.
Yeah, you're just watching my deck tick down. That's
now,
basically it.
What I can do, though, because Chansey, for some reason, has only 1 energy as a cost to retreat, I'm going to go into Mr. Mime. And we are going to pass. Working on top deck mode here is a little rough, but I think that was like the perfect top deck I could have asked for with the
just
fire
an energy. Pretty simple. We're going to energy absorption again.
5.
And just in case anybody's confused on why I'm not hitting that Mr. Mime, it's because of the invisible wall that we talked about. 30 or more damage to Mr. Mime gets prevented, so I have to hit it 20 damage or less at a time.
Right. And there's no real way to decrease your own damage. Dark Mind from Gengar does 30, so it can't hit. The only thing that's on your board that can physically hit me is Ghastly. And Ghastly hits for weakness, though, so it hits for 20. So it is able to get the 2-shot on it, and still play under Invisible Wall.
So I attach to Ghastly, retreat the Mew into the Ghastly, and then Lick. For 20 and you're paralyzed.
Lick does end up paralyzing. I do end up having an energy here for Moltres, though, so hopefully, if you want to pick up a nice KO and next turn maybe start milling some cards off the top, that'll be swell.
Yeah, let's see. So you got 1 card in your hand. 1 measly card. I think what we'll do here is curse a counter off of Mime onto Moltres.
Interesting.
And energy removal your energy.
Okay.
And Lick, putting you up to 30.
Too bad. I have Pokemon Center. You tried.
Okay,
buddy.
so fully healed again, and you know what? We're going to start it all over. Let's go ahead and Lick.
All right. That's pretty good.
20 damage.
Too bad I have another Mr. Mime.
Okay. Okay.
So you'll have to work a little harder than that.
And you're playing with really no options. Like, you're playing with whatever play you're given off the top deck or what's already in your hand. That's what you have to use right now.
Oh, I can do so many things.
That's my advantage.
All right, maybe I can't do that many things.
We curse over to the other Mr. Mime, and we hit the active. Now, what's neat that I can do is force you into a knockout mid-turn, so I'm going to move
all 3 over to the Mr. Mime.
Actually,
I think if you just move it from the benched one to the active one, you do it faster.
That's what I'm doing. Gotcha. But I don't know which one is the active and which one's the bench. The way that TCG one shows it, I think the one
that's up, the back row of them should be the benched, and then the one that's like below them.
So that's the source, and that's the. It wasn't. Okay.
I thought I said it right.
No, it's okay. We know for next time now.
So is this a once per turn effect? It is only once per turn. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's attach to Gengar. Yeah, I did want to take a knockout on the active there and force you to like send something different up. We'll just Lick and take a knockout.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and go into the Lickitung here. We're just gonna pass. Keep top decking. Can you get 5 prizes in 15 turns? That is the question.
Sounds good.
With some high HP Pokemon and install tools, I don't know if you can do it.
So what we're going to do here is attach to Gengar, retreat into Mewtwo, and okay, so we're going to energy retrieval away an Oak. I always try to call them research. We're on a energy retrieval away an Oak to get 2 Psychics,
Makes sense.
And
you are almost
then I'm
there
gonna
on Gengar.
then I'm gonna Lass.
And you're gonna
Your
see
hand is
0
a-
trainers.
Your hand is a Moltres and double Lickitung.
Haunter. Ooh, this is a weird Ghastly. This is the one from base set, and this is the small one with 30 HP. Very meh, to say the least.
Yeah, it does have the cool Perish Song attack thing, or Destiny Bond, that if you knock it out, I also knock you out. Which is really, really cool.
So, fun fact, the fact that that card has Destiny Bond on it is the first time in Pokemon, like the actual games, that was used as an attack, because I don't think Destiny Bond ended up being in the video game until Gen 2. So
I actually don't know. Lickitung resists Psychic, though, treating Psychic as Ghost type.
that is, yeah, that's basically why it's out on the active. I did
That
read
is-
my cards.
that is
Also,
very
Chansey is resistant to Psychics, so
I might have an issue here, Sean.
yeah, I'm starting to realize I shouldn't have put either Moltres or Mr. Mime on the board.
Yeah, I might be having an issue here.
Well, I mean, you
Let's
could
see.
now. I will say you can at least move the damage counters over to Mr. Mime and pick up a knockout in 2 turns. I will give you a hint.
Yeah.
You're
I
gonna need
can't
as much
do
help as you
that.
can.
Oh, son of a gun. Okay, I'm gonna be playing game 2 much differently. Yeah, we'll just Cyburn. Go ahead.
All right. I'm surprised you didn't end up switching the damage on that one turn.
I want to keep my damage spread out, so if you scoop up net 1 Pokemon, you don't heal all of it.
Right. Ooh, I got the paralysis. Okay. I could imagine that you probably have gotten into an energy removal by now, but I'm not sure. I mean, you do have a thin deck.
Okay, I'm just gonna end turn here.
Okay. I'm gonna make you work a little bit harder for it. I'm gonna center.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Center heals everybody. Okay, so
Yes.
it doesn't matter where my counters are for Mr. Mime. Because I was thinking let's keep them spread out so you can't heal with scoop up, but center just heals everything, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I saw that Gengar had the possibility of KOing Mr. Mime, and I was like, no thanks. So I'm gonna force you to use an energy in hand by using this energy removal to just pitch from Mewtwo. If you have one in hand, sure, but you probably do. You may as well, right?
Right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, okay, I'm gonna try to do some stuff here. So we're gonna attach to Gengar. We're gonna retreat the Mewtwo into the Gengar. Gust of Wind up the Moltres. Okay, and we're gonna Dark Mind and put 10 more on the Lickitung.
Now, unfortunately for you, I have Item Finder, and I'm gonna pitch Scyther and Moltres to grab back Pokemon Center. So
That makes sense.
because you can move a counter to Moltres and then knock it out, I'm going to center right now and then pass.
So my thought process here is I don't want to knock out Moltres in that way because with Moltres in the active, I'm putting more damage on the board a turn than I would with Lickitung in the active. So I
Right.
want to keep Moltres in the active as long as possible. So we're going to evolve Haunter. Let me see my discard. We're down to 0 Gengar. Okay. And then we're going to Dark Mind and then put 20 on the Lickitung. Or 10 on the Lickitung. It's up to 20.
Is there something that's making Dark Mind do forward? Oh, because it chooses one of the Pokemon to do 10 to. All right, we're going to Item Finder again. We're just going to pitch our hand, grab center, activate it again. Pass.
Yep.
One eternity later.
Okay, I think I know everything I can know at this point, and I'm going to scoop this one and we'll go to the next game.
All right. All right, game 2 coming up here, and this is an interesting one. I think we're going into game 2 with a lot more info than we did game 1, of course, like now that we know each other's deck. Ooh, okay, so you had to take a mulligan. We're going to end up drawing 2 here so that we can take advantage of that, and wow. Okay, so you're starting with only Ghastly. That's kind of rough.
Yeah, so we learned in the last match that the colorless Pokemon in Sean's deck are resistant to Psychic, aka Ghost. And that's going to be a little rough for me because my whole deck is Psychic,
Yep.
aka Ghost. And Sean is just trying to sit there and wall me out of the game and doing a pretty good job at it with that Psychic resistance. But Sean did start Magmar here. Okay, so there's 2 like schools of thought when playing against control decks or mill decks or stall, whatever you want to say. You could take it slow and try to match their pace so you don't deck out, or you could try to out aggro them.
And yeah, keep up with their control tools, essentially.
Yeah. So I'm going to computer search.
Already. You did activate like 4 of those last game, so I'm not surprised that this is coming down.
And get a Mewtwo down and attach just to start getting a little bit aggressive.
Yeah, so you discarded 2 with computer. Oh, you didn't discard 2.
Yeah, I had 2 psychic in my hand, so I discarded 1 psychic and attached 1, so we get that little bit of extra tempo on there that you'll have to burn a super energy removal on this turn if you have it.
Yep, there it is. There you go. We are gonna fire the imposter, Professor Oak here.
Okay.
So, say hello to a smaller deck again. I figured getting you up 4 cards is probably worth the Imposter Oak. I think if you do it for anything less, it's just not worth it. Because that's a significant clock, like, reduced from you for that many turns.
We'll evolve into Haunter and Energy Absorption again.
All right. Unfortunately for you, I do have the item finder. I'm going to pitch Fire Energy and Oak, and we're going to grab Super Energy Removal, attach it to Magmar, and activate it again. So burn another turn with Energy Absorption.
That is how she goes. And yeah, so we'll just go ahead and attach the Haunter and then Energy Absorb 2 more energies.
So we're gonna we just top decked Energy Removal. So if you have a manual attachment, you're going to be able to get that off this turn. I also have a Fire Energy I'm going to attach to the benched one because Cyburn does 40, but I do not know how many plus power you play. So if you play any, that could be a one-shot coming for me.
Yeah, speaking of plus power, we are going to slap one of them babies down and swing a Cyburn to take a knockout, taking a prize. And is it possible I'm feeling good right now in this matchup?
Yeah, you should be.
Oh, okay. We see a pass. We see a pass from
computer search
our main boy
power.
Meatball here.
Yeah, that is going
computer
to be
search for plus power, Cyburn, baby.
Damn, I was trying to find.
We're walking away with the game.
I was trying to find the scoop button before you got the satisfaction of that happening. And yeah, there you go. That's gonna bring us to a quick frickin' game 3. All right, we're going into game 3, and all right, this is much more deceiving. All right, we're not gonna be super crazy. So we see the
Normally,
Ghastly.
I wouldn't be happy about that kind of game too, but when you have a bad matchup, you have to be happy about the wins wherever you can get them.
Exactly. So we're starting off with Lickitung here. Luckily, I did find a colorless Pokemon, and we're going to Tongue Wrap here, and we do find the Paralysis, which is really nice.
We're going to bench Mewtwo, because Mewtwo is our friend.
Mewtwo is a friend.
We love the Energy Absorb. You know, I think I'll just pass.
Makes sense. Now, we have to think. You know, we do like a big ol' think. You know, a nice big think. I think we're going to attach to Lickitung here. We are going to... computer search. We're going to pitch Scyther and Item Finder. And we're going to use this time to get... what are we going to get? I think we're going to get Chansey. Chansey is the biggest body I can put down onto the bench that resists all of your attacks. And we do get the heads on Tongue Wrap again. That's pretty good, not going to lie.
Yeah, that is good. You know what's not good? My hand of this game. Well, this, you know, it's weird because your hand versus any deck in general, and then your hand versus a control style deck being good are 2 different things.
Right.
Because here, really, I just want to see basic energy against a control deck, so I don't have to dig through my deck to get said basic energy. It's nice to just see them in the hand.
Yeah, for sure. The only thing that's kind of setting you up here for not being able to do the energy absorption is A, being able to accelerate the energy into the discard pile, and B, just getting paralyzed over and over again here.
Yeah, because you can't retreat under paralysis. So.
Right. I am just going to... we're going to play around super energy removal here, and we're going to attach again to Lickitung, and we're going to go for the Tongue Wrap, and we do not get it this time, so you are definitely free to get that out of the active.
Could retreat if I want to. Good to know.
So we were talking about this between games. This is the first episode that we've really had tight matchups come up in the game. this
to a point where it affects the matchup this badly,
right?
You know, or this much.
Yeah. So, and being able to basically blank most of your attacks, with the exception of Mewtwo being able to at least do 10. Because Dark Mind does nothing, but the one... I think it still can do the 10 damage onto the bench, because that doesn't apply weakness and resistance. And if
Did
I
you
just
misclick
don't...
there?
No, I meant to put that on Chansey.
No, you didn't attack.
Oh. Oh, well.
Okay, sorry to stop your train of thought. I was just like, oh, wait, this...
It's
this
a stall deck. I don't have to do
is this
anything.
Is this a tactic? Is it you not want to knock out my gas?
No,
man,
we're gonna bust out the
energies are
secret
hiding.
Abra Pokemon breeder into Alakazam and transfer all of the... actually, that's the wrong card. That's
Yeah.
damage counters, not energy. No, we can't... I don't think we can actually... There's a function for moving around fire energy at the moment, so...
No, unfortunate.
So we are gonna supersonic here. Unfortunately, we do get the tails. The reason we're supersonicking is because that makes it so that you have to flip a coin to retreat, and if you flip it wrong, you get KO'd.
Oh, that is a very interesting rule to bring up, because that is not at all how confusion works in today's game.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you have to flip a coin to retreat.
To retreat in the base set-ish rules, yeah.
Right. And we do get another tails, unfortunate, but we will just continue letting you stack up that hand there.
We're gonna go ahead and attach the Mewtwo.
Okay. We are gonna energy removal that immediately. And
Yeah,
we're
that
going
makes
to
sense.
supersonic. And a third tails comes down. That is, you know, that's just my luck. It's
So you
luck of the draw.
don't want to wrap me with the tongue, eh?
No, I
We're gonna
think
bet you another Ghastly.
Lickitung doesn't like the taste of Ghastly in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Technically, I mean, if I really wanted to make a stink about this, you shouldn't be able to lick Ghastly because he's a ghost. And I should be resisting
Lick is a ghost type
but...
move, good sir. It's super effective.
Oh, okay. Well, technically, this is tongue wrap, okay? But
Well, you know, well, that's not a move in the game, good
semantics.
sir.
Semantics.
Semantics. I know.
I do have lick, and lick does the same exact thing as tongue wrap.
Licky boy. Lick actually shouldn't do anything to Lickitung because it's normal type. If we're going by that logic.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say here.
Alright.
It should be potato, you know?
I mean, it's not technically doing any damage. Let's be fair. The resistance is doing the proper thing here.
I'll pass.
All right, that's I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I can't. Just super soft. Can I please get a? Please get a heads. That'd be cool. We got
This
an
is a
energy.
funny game.
You know, we got there's the tails.
This is a very funny game.
We're-
You might be able, if you just start tongue wrapping me, you can win by prize cards, though.
We got the confusion.
Got the confusion, and we're just gonna leave them confused there.
All right.
We're not gonna play with fire.
We just have like 4 cards sitting here. It's like, what do we do?
Yeah.
Actually,
have a,
I do know what to do. I can retreat because I can
13.
get rid of all 3 of these. Oh, that's funny. So now I can
4, 5,
actually
6.
energy retrieval, pitching this Mr. Mime to grab back 2 of them, attach one
Nice.
of them here, and I'm not really gonna waste my time with double edge, so I'm just gonna scrunch and keep flipping heads until I win.
Right. No reason to do 80 damage to you.
Right.
To yourself, right?
Now
yeah.
Mewtwo is 70, which is pretty cool. That would be something that I'm willing to use my double edge on.
You have less cards in your deck than me.
By 2 cards, yes, I know. And it won't
I
be
like
hard
that.
to recover. You have
Okay,
16
okay.
cards in hand.
Oh yeah, baby.
Imposter Professor Oak was really not going to do anything in this game.
Yeah, it would help me right now. We love to see it. We'll attach energy to Mewtwo and pass.
All
yeah,
right.
I think you should go. I think you should just try to win on prizes.
We're going to energy removal of the Mewtwo. I mean, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here.
I never thought I'd get this far.
Scrunch?
Imagine how it must have been playing a stall deck back in the day before people knew about the concept of stall. I imagine people were just like burning through their whole deck, and then the Lickitung stall deck just wins, and they're like, "What just happened?"
This would be the deck that I brought to locals in 1999.
Yeah, imagine that.
Unfortunately, I was yet to be conceived at that point, so, you know. But the thing is, right now, it's just like what putting a non-resistant Pokemon on the bench just feels bleh.
Oh
Feels
yeah, you can't
terrible.
do that.
I mean, you can do it one at a
So,
time because if you just happen to KO it, it's like, oh, okay, well, it's dead, but who cares? Thinking about pressing this button called Scrunch and getting the tails. That's what I'm thinking about.
I think Lickitung going to start wrapping that tongue again pretty soon.
I think you're crazy. I do actually finally have a Magmar.
Okay. Yeah, he can do more damage at a time. I don't like that.
Yeah, so I am gonna start attaching to Magmar. We got a heads! It's not gonna get hurt! Not that it was ever gonna get hurt in the first place.
Crunch madness.
I would ask for the clip from 300 to be played, but I don't even know what gets hit by copyright anymore.
Yeah, it's the Wild West out there.
It really is. Scrunch. Heads! We finally found the head side of the coin. This is the most degenerate game of Pokemon I've ever played in my life.
We're going to attach to Mewtwo.
All right, we can...
Evolve into Haunter to remove the confusion.
All right.
Because you've just been sitting there daring me to retreat, and I'm not going to do it.
Do something!
Retreating into Mewtwo. Okay, this is a little funny because I'm going to energy removal from Chansey.
All right.
And I'm also going to energy removal from Chansey.
Okay.
And I'm also going to energy removal from Chansey.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to energy remove.
That would have been funny if you had all four in hand. I would have... I think you would have been the hero for this episode. So you have two energy in discard, so you can't energy
Yeah, we're
absorption.
doing something.
All right.
We're gonna do something.
Finally. And now you're not going to do anything because, see you later.
Oopie.
You know, find more energy. Good luck.
Yeah, we were almost doing something there.
So I do have the energy retrieval. I am going to pitch Mr. Fuji here. We're going to grab back to him. We're going to just going to power up Magmar.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Magmar can do a maximum of 50. Okay. That's a good chunk. That's a good chunk in these days. Well, energy retrieval.
Energy retrieval is a card.
Not playing Professor Oak to potentially anybody's surprise there.
Right.
With my 25 card hand. We'll just go ahead and attach energy to Mewtwo, energy absorb.
Understandable, but we do have the energy removal for that, and we have the super energy removal to force you to find another thing.
Yep, definitely makes sense.
We're just gonna attach to Chansey here, and this feels like the best opportunity I can get into Magmar and start punching in with Flamethrower. Or not Flamethrower, Fire Punch.
Definitely good. I'm going to computer search away 2 Professor Oaks.
Yeah, those are probably the most dead cards in your hand.
Yeah, they are poo-poo in this matchup.
Are you finally looking for a Gengar? That is the question. Are you actually trying to find an energy so you can energy absorption again? Because I mean, I keep doing the energy removal into super energy removal, keeping you off it completely, forcing both the manual attachment and the attack to power it back up.
Yeah, I think what I need to do here is attach and then super energy removal.
That's understandable.
And I'll end turn. This is depending on the viewer, people can either really love this game 3 or really just
I think they really hate this because we're on turn 39.
No, there are going to be some people who love this. This is the stuff they live for. Leave it in the comments if you love Control versus a person who knows how to play against Control.
I vehemently disagree. I don't think people enjoy this at all.
Do you think they just enjoyed the game 2?
I think they've already left the episode by now.
No, game 2 was great though. I got to do a victory lap. We got the donk, or not the donk, but almost
very
a donk.
close to a donk. I do not know what I'm supposed to do. I guess I'm passing.
Awesome. This is sick. Okay. So we're going to energy retrieval away a Bill, the second most dead card in my deck.
The second most dead card in your deck, yeah.
Professor Oak and Bill might as well just both say mill yourself 7 and mill yourself 2 in this matchup.
Very true. Those cards ain't gonna matter in the long run. It's just, you're gonna be dead.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the manual attachment and the energy absorption, I'm assuming, coming down here.
Yeah, but you have 5 cards in your hand, and I'm curious. We're gonna last. Oh!
All 5 cards happen to be trainer cards here.
Okay,
And I am now over in deck, baby. That was the biggest mistake of your life.
No. This is getting juicy now. This is getting juicy. We're gonna energy absorb. Okay. This
Pass
could
turn.
be getting juicy. Yep.
27 turns to get 6 prize
attach.
cards. Go ahead.
All right. Evolve Gengar and Curse from Magmar
Oh, I see.
to Lickitung.
So you're just gonna keep it alive, huh?
That's my plan for now, but I don't know how.
This
I don't
this
know how
plan
long
doesn't
that
work.
could feasibly go on.
Yeah,
Because you're gonna hit a scoop up or a Fuji or something eventually.
like that.
Yeah, exactly. But that's like one of my only outs.
Right.
So might as well go for
I
it.
love how I literally top decked that the second you said scoop up, and I was like, "Dang!"
Nice.
It's like I think Luke is the dueling book or not dueling book. This is TCG1 algorithm.
I wrote the algorithm,
All right, well we got something else that can like hold damage counters,
so I'm just gonna keep cyburning
and
here.
we're gonna keep passing turn, baby. 11 turns later, I find a nice card called Pokemon Center. Energy retrieval. Oh, I like that. I'll pitch this nice Professor Oak, and I'll get back 2 of these. You know, I haven't even gotten to use Moltres. Like, I want to use Moltres.
Okay, we're going to bench Mr. Mime attached to it. Let me check this out.
I truly think that last was the worst thing you could have done.
I don't know. It also did refill my deck, to be fair.
It didn't do as much
But-
as it did for me, though. That was the problem.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I only shuffled 2 cards back into my
Yeah,
deck.
I shuffled 5.
5 into yours. Yeah.
So,
Okay, so minus 30.
and I don't think even
I'm doing-
maintenance could like completely refill your deck unless you played 4 of them. But I don't think anybody was playing 4 of them.
No, I don't have. Oh, we're not supposed to sideboard? You didn't tell me that.
No. Jeez. See, the biggest mistake that Kazuki Takahashi made for Yu-Gi-Oh! Was allowing you to sideboard Mobius into your Rescue Cat deck. Here, you're not allowed to sideboard a Hitmonchan into your Mewtwo deck. I don't care. It's good. say goodbye to 2 of those energy. They're gonna come back on next turn.
Wait, oh, crap. Wait, no, you could have removed from Mr. Mime.
Why do I care about Mr. Mime?
Oh, this is the part of the video where Sean reads Mr. Mime.
I can read Mr. Mime. I can't do damage to it. I'm not gonna do damage to it.
Oh, no. He doesn't know, chat.
It does. Meditate does 10 damage plus 10 more damage for each damage counter on it. I know.
No, on your Pokemon.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I have resistance.
I know. Okay,
It's gonna.
so 70.
It's literally going to do
40. I only
70
need to
minus
do-
30. It's gonna do 40 damage.
You know what? We're taking a knockout. I think we're taking a knockout. Are we? Or is this greedy? It's greedy. Crap. I wish I was greedy.
Greed would be
I
a
would
little
getting
bit
the
better, wouldn't
prize
it?
here. Okay, so we're gonna do that to that and Cyburn.
All right. I guess we're gonna attach to this Lickitung. Why not, right? Maybe I should have powered up Chansey and used Scrunch. You know, that might have been funny.
Possibly.
But you have 18 cards in deck to get 6 prizes, and 6 prizes, 1 every 3 turns with a resistance. I don't know about that, buddy. There
A
are
lot of
still
cards in
4.
your
There are
hand.
still 3 Pokemon centers in my deck.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Actually, hold on.
That-
Where did one of them go? Never mind. There are 4 Pokemon centers in my deck.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna take a prize then. Right, I can do 70 minus 30, 40 if I put 1 over. Okay, yeah, so we'll curse to put 1 from here to here and then retreat. And 80 minus 30, 50. Yeah, so we'll meditate for the knockout.
There you go.
So we get a prize, but that's all we do.
Yep. And now I must try to Supersonic you, and I do get the confusion. Sweet. That is a permanent status condition, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a 1-turn status condition like paralysis.
Yeah.
So he
And
must
I can't
flip a coin.
out of it.
And guess what? If you are weak to your own type, you hit yourself for weakness.
And I think, does Mr. Mime include itself?
Um,
Including your own. Including your
So,
own.
yes.
Oh, but it's not an attack, it's retreat.
It is not an attack considered.
It would be retreating, not attacking. Okay. I mean, if I lose Mr. Mime, I lose Mr. Mime.
I think that would be the
worst thing that ever
roughest thing
happened
that
to
could
me.
possibly happen to you in this game right now.
I play more than one, though.
Right, but still losing one and having to like charge up another one while
Yeah.
you sit on like, I don't know,
Okay,
a
well, we're
Haunter
gonna
that I
do
can
it.
KO. So okay, so you do get out
I
of
flipped
it.
heads. Turn 63 begins.
Turn 63, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap. Oh, that's so funny. I'm gonna attach another fire, and I'm just gonna supersonic again. Get another heads. I mean,
Oh, sugar and biscuits.
and now Mewtwo kills itself. If
Yeah, we don't want Mewtwo to kill itself. Oh man, okay, that
better
that is
have
bad.
defender.
I don't even know what I can do in this position.
It's called
It's not much.
cheat and put a copy of Switch in your deck.
Yeah. I'll just end turn. Oh my god, yeah, this is bad.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna scoop up the one that has 10 damage so that I can
Yeah,
put it back to 0.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, it does something. It is a net
Okay,
good.
you know the meme of Mr. Krabs ringing the bell and saying day 23? That's what I'm thinking every time.
Give it up for
Turn 68! Give it up for turn 68!
Ladies
Turn
and gentlemen,
69,
we've made
nice.
it to turn 69. Can I get a nice in the comments?
Yeah, nice in the chat if you're still watching.
I definitely believe we deserve a nice here.
Yeah, we deserve it.
I don't know what to do anymore other than press the end turn button. I'm just worried you have some sort of shenanigans that's gonna make me lose this
Yeah,
game.
I'm just gonna keep ending turn and see if you can win. You're not knocking me out, so you're not taking prizes by winning, so...
Well, we may as well go for the alt win condition.
There you go. There we go. Now that's a little scary.
Okay, grab energy retrieval, activate energy tree retrieval, get rid of this Magmar, and we're gonna start putting fires on here. I think you used all 4 of your energy removals. You used 3, and you have 1 super engrave, but you have 16 cards in hand, so that Moltres is not gonna last long.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna attach another one here, and before we see any super energy, oh, I scooped up. Oh, good job.
Oh, the misclick.
I was thinking, oh, I'm just gonna retreat into this. No, you're supposed to click the like time. Watch that
Yup,
be the loss. That's great.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Oh,
I don't think that could lose you the game.
well, if you have like something that'll shuffle cards back, like if you play a
Yeah.
second last or.
I misclicked in the first game, so now we're even on misclicks.
Go ahead.
I think you would have won already though if you were just tongue wrapping from the beginning.
I don't think I would be. Ditto. That is a card that we haven't seen yet. So this card is interested. If it's active, you treat it as if it were the defending Pokemon. It's the fact that it
what
includes hit points as well.
Oh
makes-
wait, you don't. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, it does. It does include hit points,
Yeah,
right?
like that's such an interesting thing because normally you would be like, oh, Ditto has 50 HP, but no, it has whatever your opponent has, and if I have 90, it has 90. So it
yeah,
is
we
pretty
were
broken.
discussing confusion wrong. I flipped tails so I can't retreat, but it doesn't damage yourself like an attack would.
I could have sworn that there was a point in the game that it did hit itself, but
Maybe it did, but we go whatever the TCG1 coding does because that's no other choice. But
right.
so yeah, so
Yeah.
that's how this is going. So we can't retreat because I flipped tails, so I'm just going to energy absorb, and I flip heads on the energy absorb.
Okay, so that's good.
Yep,
Turn
and we're
80.
gonna try again.
Turn 80.
Let's hear for turn 80.
All right, so you have 8 cards in deck, 5 prizes. This is
Oh my god, if we go tails on the retreat, heads on the attack, because you have to discard it and then try to retreat and flip. Okay, energy absorption.
and you get the
Done.
heads again.
We hit heads on the attack. This, honestly, if people watch to this point, if you're watching to this point, this is actually, this is gold.
This is the most based gameplay I've ever seen.
Sean, it's tails.
Oh my god.
Okay, here we go. Come on. Energy absorption works. What is this?
Oh,
I mean, it's perfect 50-50. You got to give the algorithm that.
I can't do it anymore. Holy shit.
Attack me. Attack me, you coward. Tongue wrap me. Come
Attack
on, do
my
it.
opponent. No.
Do it. Okay, retreat. It got to be this time, right? Oh, holy night. Okay,
my
this
God, it
time I
finally
knocked
KO'd
myself out.
itself.
I knocked myself out. Okay.
Yeah, so whenever you do damage to yourself, you do apply weakness and resistance, so that it is
Yeah,
indeed a
that
thing.
one, you were right about that. Yeah. I do. Yeah, that one's definitely correct.
So it is my turn.
What a game.
I guess. Oh wait, wait. Why did that? Oh, heads.
Transparency. I got
Why
heads
did
on
it
transparency.
do two? Oh, I got heads. You got heads.
You got heads on tongue wrap, and then I got heads on transparency, which prevents everything. Very cool ability. We're gonna retreat into Ditto.
Are you gonna tongue
Attach
wrap
energy to
me?
Ditto. I am. Oh, it was Tails.
All right. Energy for Moltres. Woo! You know what? Let's end the viewer's pain faster. Let's mill one card.
Okay.
Oh, we milled Bill, the most dead card in the deck.
Milled one card. Can't attach multiple energy to mill more, to my knowledge.
Yeah. Activate Blacksmith.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. I don't want to ruin this for myself. Okay, I'm going to attach to Ditto.
All right.
And I'm going to last. I have the second last.
Okay.
But it also shuffles a lot of cards for you.
Yeah, it shuffles back 7 for me. It shuffles back 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 for you. So we're at equal deck sizes. So
And
I saw a second last there, but I don't. Is that the one that's already in hand when you're activating, or is that a different one?
there are 2 in my discard now, and I believe I play 2. I don't think the deck would play 3.
Okay.
That doesn't sound right. I'm almost positive the deck list plays 2.
You're also
which the viewers know at this point if they watch the deck profile.
You
portion.
also didn't have any item finder in your hand, and I don't think I don't think your list is playing it.
No, I think I did. I think I did have an item finder in my hand.
I don't think there was any. I think
I
it was
definitely
mostly...
play item finder because I played it in game 1.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I definitely do. Okay, we're gonna wildfire.
I
Copy the Moltres
see the
wildfire.
I see the problem.
Yep.
Am I really gonna tie up the series like this?
Yeah. No. I won game 2.
Yeah, and then you
This is
win
game
game 3,
three.
and then we're gonna tie up the series. The 2-2.
How will we tie up? Oh, you mean like oh, right,
yes.
right. Overall.
Yes,
I
that
thought you were
is-
talking. Yeah. Okay.
is what I mean.
I'm not gonna wildfire this time. I'm just going to end turn.
Computer search. What's in my deck? I have 9 energy in the discard. 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know how many energy this list is playing. I'm gonna add the fire energy. We're gonna attach. We're gonna wildfire.
Oh, you got rid of an item finder. That's
That's a good one.
that's a good one. That's a pretty good one to get rid of if you're gonna get rid of anything.
Glad I played.
Yeah, you know what? We'll also take that flip. We'll do wildfire, see what we get rid of.
Okay.
We get rid of a center. That doesn't matter anymore.
I don't know how many energy I have. So.
I'm just gonna end turn.
All right. I am going to pass.
Pass.
I have found the card. I'm going to activate
Okay.
Item Finder. I'm going to pitch Defender and Oak. I am going to grab Energy Retrieval. I'm going to activate Energy Retrieval. We're going to grab back 2 energies. We are going to attach to Moltres, and we're going to mill a card.
Gust of wind. But I don't think that's enough. I'll item finder.
You ended up finding one. Damn it.
Yep, for the energy retrieval. And I'll mill you.
Well, Milia again. I don't think this does.
Yep. And
I really got.
that looks like
I really got
GG.
beat by Ditto.
We did it. We did it. If anybody was still a believer at this point that we could do it, let's see it down in the comments. That was tough. That was one of the hardest control matches I've played in recent memory.
I didn't expect this list to play Ditto. I probably should have. The fact that you could basically guaranteed my loss. If I didn't put Moltres on the board, I would have been fine. Because we would have been at equal deck sizes, and then I could have slapped it down at like the end of the game, like the end of our decks, and then attached with Wildfire. But yeah, I didn't play around it because I forgot about it existing, and here we are. So yeah, that was definitely an earned win on your end. But don't worry, if we're going by the schedule, next week I should be winning. So good luck with that.
That you already know you're going to win next week?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I win the odd numbered episodes, you win the even number episodes. That's how it goes.
All right, yeah, we'll see if that. I mean, yeah, it might just be like my coin flips on the retreating and the attacking. That was in 20 years when we look back at this, that's going to be on the highlight reel.
Yeah,
the retreating into energy.
That was so good. That was probably the funniest thing that could have happened in this game. I am admittedly miffed that I lost like this. I mean, because my brain is like, you got sacked game 2, you got sacked game 2, you got sacked game 2. But you know, I'm not supposed to care that much. But I do. I care way too much, and I want to punch the hole through the wall, but I'm not gonna because I'm a professional human being.
And you got that nice fuzzy acoustic soundproof stuff. You couldn't even punch through it.
Don't test me. Like, I could do whatever I want. No, but I think this was
kung fu in these fists.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. It's poetic. I chose this deck because when I was doing my short-lived Pokemon TCG progression series, R9 Beats played a form of this through just sealed product, and Moltres Mill beat me, like, I think twice, 2 or 3 times, and so I thought, oh, I can finally get my revenge by using this deck to beat somebody. And Ditto happens to copy the attack, so it's only poetic that you live by the wildfire, you die by the wildfire. But I think we have a new format that we're going to be coming up to next episode, and by new format, I mean it's going to be the same goddamn thing. The next set that's released chronologically in the Pokemon TCG is Base Set 2, and Base Set 2 has reprints from the last 3 sets. It wasn't a Japanese thing. It was we were already behind in the TCG as it was in releases to Japan.
Yeah.
And we're just getting the same cards again, you know? So
yeah, so next week we're gonna be playing what North America played when Base Set 2 came out, which is the same format as this week, but of course we'll make sure we don't, you know, duplicate up the decks. We're not going to play Moltres Mill versus Gengar again.
Right. We're essentially just going to have the same wheel that we had this episode, but we're just going to take off the 2 decks that we played. And then we're just going to show the diversity more of this format, and we'll show off the different stall tools that existed. We'll show off the combo tools like you had with Gengar and Mr. Mime working together. And hopefully we can give like a good snapshot of this meta before we move into the problematic set that was Team Rocket. But we'll cross that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, because I have a lot of words for Team Rocket. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode of the Pokemon TCG History Series. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to Beastcoast Pokemon. Drop a like on this video. Tell me just how based of the player Luke is for beating me with my own strategy. And we will see you all next week with another episode and other videos as well. So I hope to see you guys later.